Hello students, how are you? Today we are going to study the poem Third, A Tiger in a Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. Now I am explaining about the author. Leslie Norris was a famous poet and short story writer. He was born in 1921. He was very much interested in poems. His first poem was published in 1938, but his first book of poetry came out in 1943. In July 1942, Norris married Catherine, and better known as Katie. They moved to England and trained themselves to be teachers. He shot a film of his first publication, Finding Gold. His work won various awards, including the Seminole Poetry Prize and many more. He died in year 2006. Okay, students. Now I am going to tell you central idea of the poem. What is the central idea of the poem? The tiger is proud creature. It is shame that such a powerful and untamable animal should be caged in a zoo. In his natural and wild habitual, he does not need help of any kind of hunt its own food. His hunting of deer at the water hole may seem rather cruel. He hunts not for pleasure but for food. His presence in the natural habitat is necessary to maintain the balance of food chain. Sometimes a tiger may stray into human habitation. He only displays his strength of forensicsness, but he does not harm anyone till he is provoked. Even in the cage, he ignores all those who come to the zoo to see him as an entertainment. Like human beings, the tiger too loves and values his freedom. He shows his anger, hatred, and even defense by walking about in range in his cage. Human progress should not be at the cost of destroying the natural habitat of untamable and proud animal like tiger. Means the central idea of the poem is that poet doesn't like we kept tigers in the zoo for our entertainment. That poet doesn't like, because they have their own personalities and they cannot kept in the zoo or in a cage. They have right to free from this cage, and they are habituated. They are meant to be live in a jungle, and if they hunt for their livelihood, for their food, not for the pleasure. Okay, now we are going to study the explanation of the poem. Okay, so students, we are going to have the summary. The dweller of the forest is forcefully put in a cage. The tiger is caged in a zoo. There in his artificial habitat. He walks in quiet range. The strips on his body are very distant and can be easily seen. The straps are darker in color than the rest of his coat. The tiger moves very softly and quietly with his pad of velvet, but the range of his movement is limited. He goes on moving around within the confine of his cage. The tiger does not release his stars of the onlooker in the zoo. He suppressed. He angers his suppressed. Now the explanation moving ahead, and I have written some hard words, keywords that will help you to understand the poem in a better manner. Okay, so the poet means that the zoo is not the rightful place of the tiger. He is a king of jungle. His real place is in the wild. Had he been in the wild, he would have been lurking around in shadow. He must have been sliding quietly through the long grass to embrace his kill. He should be using his long grass and shadow as necessary cover to keep his movement undetected. He would know where he could get his favorite hunt, the pump deer. He should approach the waterhole quietly where animals and deer come to drink water. Okay. Next stanza explanation, students, and here I have given some more keywords, meaning of the hard words, so you can write in the notebook also. Had the tiger been in the forest, sometimes he would stray into human settlements. He would stray around the outskirts of the village. These human settlements are at the jungle's edge. On seeing the villagers, he would open his long, sharp teeth and claws to terrorize the resident. But it would be just a show of power and strength to the villager. He would have no intention of killing the villagers and entering their houses. The poet tried to say that generally the tiger never attacks till he is highly provoked. Killing is not his hobby, but only the necessity of his food. Here the poet is telling some good character parts of the tiger. He will not attack until someone provokes him. Okay, please write all the hard words, students, in the notebook. Now moving ahead. Alas, the tiger is not in the natural habitat. Unfortunately, he is locked in a concrete cell of a zoo. His powerful and strong body is of no use of him as he is put behind the bars. His movements have been limited. He is continuously moving about the length and breadth of his cage. He does not release the curious stares of his visitors. He simply ignores their presence. Remains awake till late at night. Remains awake till late at night. The poet describes how the day ends for the tiger. He does not go to sleep till the late hours of the night. He hears the sound of the cars of the zoo officer patrolling at night. The stars shines brightly in the sky, and so do his brilliant eyes at night. He is constantly looking at the brilliant stars. Alas, he watches the brilliant stars only behind the bar of his cage. So this was the poem, is about a tiger in the zoo, and poet express his views about that tigers has not to kept in the zoo or in a cemented cell. Okay, the tigers have to be in a wild, okay, in the forest. So poet doesn't like that human has kept the tiger in the cage, because with that tiger has limited freedom. He doesn't have his freedom to move or to do anything. And from the poet views, he said the tiger is not harmful for any human beings until he has been provoked. Okay, so this was the poem explanation, and I have given the keywords also with that. So students, please write the keywords. And now we are going to discuss the poetic device of the poem. Okay.